So 25 per minute. These things do, what did I say? 300 per minute, I think. 120 times 250. 240, 300. 300 per minute. 300 divided by 25 is 12. Meaning we should do 12 per. Exactly, because there's going to be 35 machines. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You right there are the last one. Sun's out, so all's good. It's also fun watching you play games I know a little bit about. It helps that we got that, you know, I don't want to say the name of the Pokemon, but it helps that we got that Pokemon like right at the end that I was really in love with. And I was like, damn, I really want to see what happens to this Pokemon. Starts with a G. I don't think this needs to be Mark II, but no. Yeah, it does. Nope. 300. No, it probably does not, but I don't fucking know. I'm going to make it Mark II anyways. More pipe storage if I happen to need it. Look at that ugly ass clipping. Let's go. I'm going to delete it. I feel like people in chat are losing their minds if I don't. Good job this isn't a no delete playthrough. Oh my god, do people do that? No delete playthrough? Holy cow. That sounds so painful. I mean, a fun challenge, but we ought to put this pretty low. Wait, why did that? I think that's probably enough lift. It's getting water. There it is. Tactical Fluke says ice is going to be really scary. For Garchomp. Garchomp is my go-to Pokemon TCG Pocket. Deck right now too. I have ore in my... There it is. I don't want to toss it. Okay, so this is like basically half. And then on the other end of this, it makes 93.75. On the other end of this, we're going to need... This is 3,200. I kind of want to design a little bit of this before I just completely fuck it up, you know? So it's going to make 3,200... copper ingots total. And the constructor at its fastest rate makes... Actually, not at its fastest rate. Makes copper powder at 300 a minute. So shit. This is actually a little awkward. Oh, I don't even know how to phrase this. I never used the Garchomp deck. Why is it good? It's good because Garchomp EX can attack the back line, or it can attack the front line. So that part's nice. It's good with... I don't even use Rare Candy, but Rare Candy just got added to the game where you can skip an evolution. And I like to pair it with Marshadow, which is if something has died in the last turn, you do a bunch of extra damage. So set up Garchomp EX. It does a whole bunch of damage, has a whole bunch of HP. The minute it dies, you have a Marshadow that is willing to pop in and finish off anything that killed you. Oculus, you get... Wait. You get hourglasses for competitive? What kind of hourglasses? Pack hourglasses? Or the other kind? My Pikachu Oricorio deck? You get pack hourglasses for competitive? What? Uh-oh. I didn't know that. I haven't been playing competitive. Every month?
What do you call a cow that's been knighted? Sirloin Liland drumroll.
Sirloin. Ada read that incorrectly. Fail Kid, thanks so much for the 5 subs. Sirloin. Okay, chat, we have a problem. Thank you so much for the sub. Here's the problem. I'm going to describe it to you as I try and think through it. So we could just like put everything that comes out of these machines on a belt. Sorry, on a belt. And then we could take stuff off of that belt for these constructors. But I didn't factor this in when I built this the first time. There's a few problems with that. One, this carries 780 items per minute. These machines make 93.75. So you would need basically 9 machines to fill a belt. But then that 9th machine is not actually doing a full job of work. Then you need 2.5 of these machines. 2.5 of these machines can be fed by a belt. Again, there's a weird half number there, meaning basically you're filling 2. That's also a problem because all of a sudden that means you need more machines, and this is just bad. So I think what we may have to do is actually expand this whole thing a little bit. I don't want to tear it down. I do want to consider... This thing needs 300 a minute. Fuck. That's just so unfortunate. 93.75. What's a good ratio there? Multiples of 93 are what? 93, 186, 279, 372. So every 7 machines would do 2 constructors pretty well. Holy shit, that's an ugly ratio. Oh my god, that's ugly as hell. And I could probably change it with a couple of these. $140. But are you overclocking them? I'm overclocking them, but not output multiplying them. And I'm probably not going to overclock the constructors because they run so fast that they're limited by belt speed as much as anything. So if you overclock them, that's 600 a minute. 650. So I guess I could just use one with overclocking. And then, but I think I would rather keep these and just do a second machine, right? Like, I think I would rather just keep those and use a second machine. Oh boy. Raise your hand in chat if you're following along at home. 3. Not really. Hand is down. 4, 5. Six. Seven. I think this works. It's ugly as hell. It's gonna mean that my math needs to change again. I don't understand this game, and I'm grinding on pocket, so my hand is as down as possible. I listen, I watch, I wait to make a clever joke, so one day I can be immortalized as a quote. You know what's amazing about that, Bobby? Is that I think it's pretty relatable. I feel like what you just said is pretty relatable. I feel like other people are also sitting there thinking, like exclamation other guy, I too am listening, watching, waiting to make a clever joke so that one day I could be immortalized as a quote. Now, maybe someday your future quote will be a little bit different, but I think for now, we'll use that as a stand-in. I think for now we can use it as a stand-in. And let that be a lesson to you. Exclamation Boblin Goblin in chat. It's great because no one will ever spell it correct. I know, right? Should we do it just Bobby? Should we do it? What should we do there? I had that thought too. I just need a normal conveyor splitter. Going like that. Going like that. This is ugly. Chad, is this the ugliest thing I've built recently? God, I kind of fucking hate this. I kind of hate what I'm building right now. I kind of hate it. And yet I am... And yet here we are. I like the clarification of recently. I know I've built other uglier shit in general, but, you know, recently. that's right. That right there is 100 per minute. Hey, Tony, are you currently watching? Slash, do you have a free second? Okay, so both of these machines should run constantly. Now, 2 of these machines are not running, which I think it should technically be... I'm not at the PC? Okay. Hi, Sven. How's it going? Hanging out with Emma? How's Emma doing? So 93.75 times 7. Yeah, it's the 7th machine that's overkill here. For sure. But all I have to do is do this right here 4 more times. So what I really need is 7 times 4. 14. Wait, is that right? 50 per minute. Emma's at 90%, maybe going back to daycare tomorrow if her blisters will all scab over. Good. Hopefully that works. Hopefully she can. All right. Hey, Bobby, I'm gonna change something, okay? I know your name is also kind of hard to spell, your username. So if you just type BOBI, that should also do it. There you go. What did I do wrong for this math? It's just 4 more of these, right? Like, these together produce 100 copper powder per minute. I need 400. So I just take this whole thing left of here, times it by 4. 1, 2. So now we go 1. Back. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this all works. Did I bring enough ore? So 7 times 4 is what? 28 machines? Didn't I think I would need 35? Now I'm very much confusing myself. Something isn't math in here. 1280. Divided by 37.5 is 34 machines. Can I get some question marks in the chat? We were just complimenting my math skills, but something's wrong. Let's start from the beginning. I need 400 copper powder per minute. To get that, I need... Oh, no. talking about how my math was decent. Chat, do you guys know what 400 times 6 is? You might be saying, yeah, Ryan, I do, because I both know basic math and it's written right there on stream. You can't see it, but I wrote down 3,200 last time. Fuck. I only needed 2,400. I needed 2,400. Which means I need a lot less fucking ore, because 2,400 times the 0.4, which is 6 divided by 15, which is, you know, basically how much ore do you actually need? 960. You rounded to the wrong sig fig? Fuck. I saw 6 is 8, exactly. I did 4 times 8 instead of 4 times 6 in my math. So I need 960 ore per minute. $960 ore per minute divided by what? 37.5 should tell you around should be less than 28 machines per minute, which is, or 28 machines total, which is the math that I just did. So that makes a lot more sense. It's actually 25.6 machines. Oh boy. Will Meg be helping Elle with math homework in the future? God damn it. So what I really want is 28 machines. How many did I build? Let's just get down the right number of machines before I lose my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I think the power goes to... That's 12, because that's where the water goes. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Currently at 20. We need 28. We'll figure out what we do with the water, because the water is going to be a little weird, but it's okay. This is the week of Ryan doing bad math. It's true. I mean, you know, maybe we should have Meg help Elle with her math homework, but I honestly cannot wait to help with homework. The problem is Megan also probably can't wait to help with homework. That's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I think, like, you know, as a person who really enjoyed school, like probably a little bit too much, I really can't wait for homework. If my kid isn't a teacher's pet, they'll be sort of like, you know, Elle will be basically like denying her inheritance as the child of Megan and Ryan. Okay, that's 28. Relearning new stuff you've forgotten for years will be fun. I think I will, and then I think it will be. But then probably what'll actually happen is they'll devise some new way to teach algebra, and I'll be that person. I'll be like, back in my day, PEMDAS. Like, do kids still learn PEMDAS these days? I hope so. There already is. There's already a new way to teach algebra. Evo, as the resident like understander of young people stuff, what is it? When I was tutoring math, they were being taught different than I was. I have a child and they get taught algebra wrong, I'm ready to march into the school and argue them down. I mean, for people who watched a little bit of Blueprints, was I wrong? Isn't calculus the area underneath a curve? 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, that shit wasn't algebra. That's 6 done. 7. Wait, no. 8. Wait. Fucking counting, dude. That's a part of calculus? I thought it was like the big part of calculus. There should be 4 left over. So this should be... From the water perspective, there should be 4 left over. Why is there a song for the alphabet I never understood? Oh, dude, I can answer that one for sure. As somebody who hangs out with a 1-year-old a lot right now, if anything is in song form, she's very fucking interested. If it is not in song form, she is not interested. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, it's just that simple. Like, like, I think her, like, I don't know what I find kind of remarkable is that, like, oh boy, please don't get caught underneath there. I don't know why this is, like, why kids are so quickly, and maybe not all kids, but definitely my kid, why kids are so quickly enthralled by music. Like, what is it about music that is, like, prelingual that, like, is so interesting, or like is so like deep in kids' brains and so immediately like a thing they understand or get on some level? Music may make brain go burr. It does. It, especially young brain go burr. Music, like, it's kind of like my daughter, you know, my daughter is like, has probably like 2 words to her name that she can like employ. But knows the like, but she's already making song requests. She says ba 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 whenever she wants to hear the, you know, the hit song Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. She, at this point, I think we should probably just like, no, it's fine. Fuck it. I was going to say we should make this uglier and not use the ratios, but it's fine. Like, one of the first things that, like, captured her attention was the song The Itsy Bitsy Spider. I don't know that it's, like, anything I'm saying here is, like, mind-boggling to people. Like, I'm sure that doesn't sound crazy that kids like songs, but it's like, but they like them so early. And they, like, understand and move to them on some level so early, too. Like, there's this Miss Rachel song. I'm so sorry you guys are all going to have to learn it now because I've had to learn it. About, that is responsible for teaching my daughter the ability to stop. Is it I'm So Happy? That is also a great song. It's the one about, like, how's it go? It's like, we're waving, now we stop. We're clapping, now we stop. We're jumping, now we stop. We're twisting. She spent probably 45 minutes this morning, basically, doing that song. Music makes your hips go shaka, shaka, shaka. Yeah, I did already teach you guys the rainbow one. That's true. That one's been stuck in my head as well. There's also the one about the bunnies. There's just a lot of them. Okay, so how many belts per? We decide 20 belts per? 20 belts per. So then right over here, we need to bring up more belt. Emma loves Miss Rachel and Sesame. Pretty much the only TV she's seen, but a lot of songs in our house lately. The known fact that mnemonic devices like rhyming make information more memorable by creating patterns that are easier for the brain to recall. And I think there must be an extra layer of that is related to music. I feel like there has to be. I don't know what the science on that says, but like out of context, Tony has gone insane. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, 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 and stop. Dude. Tony may seem insane to you guys, but not to me. Tony's speaking my language right now. Tony's speaking my language. Like, I don't remember how old it was. She was probably, I guess Megan would probably know. I don't know if she would know or if she would just have a better memory than me, but like, Elle was probably in the like one of the first things that you could do with Elle was you could get her to respond to you if you sang a song. If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. Standing outside with your mouth open wide going, And she would stick her tongue out at that part of the, she'd open her mouth and stick her tongue out at that part of the song at like way early. I'm not saying she's smart. I'm saying like that was connecting with her brain before like the mimicking and the like responding to the music part of that was connecting with her brain before anything else was. Crazy. Oh my god, I tried to dismantle it. That dismantling is the wrong word. I wondered why I wasn't picking it up. It's okay to call your kid smart. It's culturally acceptable. I mean, in that case, my kid's a fucking genius. Nah. It is interesting though, because it's not like we, like, I guess a little bit we as adults do this kind of thing where it's like some of the mnemonic devices, maybe you use songs to remember them, but like not really. Like I'm not at my job because my job is this, but like Tony's not at his job making up like songs to remember the password to his email or something. I don't know. So, like, do we lose the ability to use music as a mnemonic device? Do we just like music's function changes and it becomes something else? This build is so fucking big, by the way. Do we lose the whimsy of it? I don't know. Maybe that's it, Evo. We lose the whimsy. We lost the whimsy. This needed to be a merger headed that way. Oh, that's not fucking it. Jesus Christ. That said, in the last like year, I will say probably 80% of the times in my life, 90% of the times that I have felt most like aligned with my inner child, or like childish in a way that is like full of joy and wonder, has probably been related to music. So like, you know, music is not like, it's definitely not losing its power. It's still definitely that like window into, as I get older, it's still definitely that like that one of a kind window into something deeper, or like more childlike, again, not with a negative connotation. Also not the most reliable source of info, as seen by us remembering melodies but not lyrics for many songs. See, that's interesting too. I can't remember the line. I can't remember the... Yes, me specifically, I can't remember the lyrics to songs fucking ever. But I can definitely remember the melodies more often. Not all the time, but more often. So I think the last thing we'll want to do here, this build is almost done is a strong word, but getting there, is do var mergers like this. Headed that way, that we will hook up to the train station eventually. Oh, that's not lined up. That sucks. That's all right. Just a little curve to it. A big part of remembering long lists is chunking, and music conveniently chunks things into lines quite naturally. But hot take, wouldn't we use poetry? Like, wouldn't we just be masters of the sonnet if we did that more often? Or is that an issue of like, we don't read sonnets anymore? Hi, Ella, how's it going? You also are having a crazy huge heat wave? Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like everyone and their brother has been hot recently. It sucks. Okay, I need 7 of these. That's 4, 5, 6. That one's off. And then 7. Test that by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Music is one of those places where I... Oh my god. Okay. I have a funny way to explain this. Music is one of those places where I'm continually reminded that I'm like, oh my god, my brain is doing things on levels that I don't... Like, your brain is so much more than the, like, windshield you look through to see the world, right? Like, there's the windshield you're familiar with looking through, and you're like, yes, this is my brain. It helps me categorize things and do things, etc. Then there's this whole other machinery back here that's happening constantly. Like when you dream, when you do a million other things, like when you make, like when you have connotations with stuff, etc. There's all this other stuff happening back there. I feel like music is one of those places where I'm like, wow, I don't understand my brain. I don't understand why my brain knows this or doesn't know this, or like remembers this or doesn't remember that, or why I feel so moved by Rihanna's song Stay, which I heard for the first time this morning in probably like 3 years. Why do I feel so moved by that, etc. I was watching a clip on TikTok of this stand-up comedian who was talking about how some science is so magical that it seems non-scientific. One of the examples they used was this. They were like, I go on my antidepressants, and when I do that, science says, hey, congratulations, you don't want to kill yourself. However, it comes with a cost. That cost is you're not going to be able to orgasm. And the stand-up comedian was like, think about that for 2 seconds. That's not science. That's witch magic. That's, hey, I'll solve this major problem for you, but it will come at a cost. And I thought that was so fucking funny. And I'm like, yeah, some of the, like, there's something kind of similar happening with your brain where it's like, you, like, I've got my description for why this works, but I think it is also kind of witch magic. At least a little bit. At least a little bit. Also, isn't that the funniest joke you've ever heard? I mean, that's such a well-crafted joke. To be like, science is not operating by science's rules. This is unfair. A little Faustian bargain? Wait. What's a Faustian bargain? Remember forever ago when we were learning about the Eisenhower matrix? Today's the day we learn about a Faustian bargain. No, I don't want to read the AI overview. A pact whereby a person trades something of supreme moral or spiritual importance, such as personal value or the soul, for some worldly or material possession. Where does Faustian... The Legend of Faust. There you go. Oh my god, this reminds me of something else. Speaking of... Okay, so Faustian bargain comes from Faust. I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to tell a slightly embarrassing Meg story real quick. Which is that Megan and I were watching a, like, fantasy... maybe some of the people in chat will know what it's from, but Megan and I were watching a fantasy... You know, we were watching some D&D. It was a fantasy story. It was some D&D. And the D&D story had some enemies described as being Eisengeistian. And Megan was confused by that. She had missed the part earlier where... exactly, Joyce. This is Cloudward Ho for sure. This is just 100% the most recent D20 season. Megan had missed the part where she had heard the in-game there is, like, the nation of Eisengeist. And so when somebody was described as Eisengeistian, she didn't put together that it was, yeah, obviously people from Eisengeist. She thought for a moment that Eisengeistian was related to Isengard from Lord of the Rings. And she was like, wait a second. What does that descriptor mean? Because I'm familiar with Lord of the Rings, but I don't know, like, does that mean, like, you know, like, how does that relate to Isengard? And I was like, no. You don't understand. It's not that at all. Reasonable assumption. I was like, hey, these are both fantasy worlds, sure. Okay, we just need to hook up water. Water is one of the only things we have not hooked up yet. And then this build is almost done. Almost done. They do sound very similar. They do. But we had a moment, because, like, you know, I was high on an edible and Megan was tired from a day of work. And we had a moment where she was like, what does Eisengeistian refer to? And she was looking at me very confused. And I was looking at her very confused. And I said, Eisengeist? And she said, yeah, what does that refer to? I was like, Eisengeist. She's like, I know, I'm saying, what is it? And we had one of these. We're both looking at each other being like, what? Talking right past each other. She's like, right, is that like the, you know, but like, what does that mean in terms of, like, what is the connotation that comes with Isengard or Isengard? And I was like, huh? No. It's the name of the fucking country. Who's on second? Eisengeistian is when you betray an old friend and trap them in your wizard tower. Eisengeistian. Alright, we gotta get some water in this shit. Mwata. Back from lunch, we are talking about D20 in Cloudward Ho and Eisengeist. Been 0 days since we last mentioned D20 in this chat. That's true. Oh my God, Llamas! I finally did watch the new Game Changer. Megan and I watched it last night. Holy crap! Episode. I think you described. Did you describe it as chaotic? Is that what you said? It was really good. It was so chaotic, in a great way. Very. Why do I not have rotors? What? And Tony watched it last night too. It was a lot of fun. Very insane. I feel like they picked a really great cast for that. As should be no fucking surprise to anybody, but like, why do I not have rotors? What is happening? There's no rotors? That's not good. I feel like Jeremy Calhoun, Oscar Montoya, Ana Garcia, those are like, as they always do, I feel like they cast the perfect people for the episode. Rotors. I can probably just search for it. I need 3 of these. Why do I have none in storage? Arguably my favorite episode so far. Really, I really liked it. I'm excited for the BT behind the scenes to see if they predicted that ending. I also am very curious how they got to the ending. Like if they have any comments on it. Dude, Artifice, yes. The hat was Megan and I paused last night and we're dying on the couch laughing. Dying. Hi Hunter, how's it going? Integers, sig figs. It's all confusing. I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's a good one. I hope you enjoy it, Carly. Hope you see it soon. Yeah, big fan. So now we put a pump. Put a little pump. Put a little power. Anyone else watch the new season of The Bear? Is there a new season of The Bear already? Damn. I haven't even seen season, I've seen none of it, but I feel like that show just came out. My therapist, Sexy Sam, isn't real. Sexy Sam can't hurt you. Okay, this should work, right? Oh my God, these need power too. Fuck! I did forget about that. All right, we just turned it all on. Let's see if the whole thing runs. The Bear is doing it right, putting out fantastic episodes without making me wait 2 to 3 years in between a season. Okay, I never hooked that up, apparently. Done. That's that. These things are probably waiting on water. Yup. But they'll get there eventually, right? Right? Where's the water? Oh no, that's not good. It's coming. Water in this game is scary to me. It's not, how do I phrase this? Yeah, it's actually scary to me. Because I'm just always afraid I'm missing something. Or I'm going to miss something, or I'm misunderstanding something. They're getting water. They're getting water. They're turning on. Oh, baby. They're turning on. We're making copper powder. At least a little. Are you spitting out copper powder? Copper ingots, I should say. Very slowly. A little bit at a time. All we need is 400 a minute. Bye, MK. Good luck at the dentist. Let me just go hook this up to the thing, and then, because the more we hook this up, the more we can see this sucker actually run. So just hook this sucker up and see what happens. Oh my god, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I can't wait to build this and then never, ever, ever have to build any again, he says, while acknowledging that he probably will have to build more so soon. Can't wait. Conveyor belt is too long. Fuck. Still too long? Fuck. Flipping. And we're ignoring it. Who cares? What time is it? 2:30? Okay, time to hook this up, see what happens. The clipping is so bad. Lumel is lurking. Sounds good. Gotta clean the kitchen. Please. I don't want to go. Please, belt. Go up there. Oh my god. Fuck. Come on, please. There it is. Holy shit, it's getting sweaty in here. Very warm. Okay, almost done, almost done. We can do this. No, I fell right off. Fuck. Invalid placement? What do you mean invalid placement? My little brother asked for some help with Spanish homework. I went to Google Translate to make sure I was translating a word correctly. Google simply does not work anymore, does it? No, it's bad. It's real bad. Translate has sucked recently? Oh, I don't know anything about Translate. I just feel like Google in general is a broken terrible version of its past self. We're just going to have to do one of these. Come on, this will work. Invalid placement, but why? But why? Invalid placement says who? Oh my god, we've done it. I think. Okay, let's go up first and double check that it actually loads the train.